All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of a great millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today.
Right.
And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. We're the brothers from GMS Miami. I'm Brother Samak.
I'm your brother Zakaria.
Yeah, today we're just gonna speak on these clowns, these individuals, how wicked they are and off they are, and basically speaking lies, from the former leader Sakari, and then of course Deacon Haka. And then who's the other joker?
Brother Hassan.
Brother Hassan. He has an effeminate spirit on him. But these individuals have constantly, have been slandering us from the apostle elders on down, lying on us, And when they're finally getting caught, the Lord's exposing them, they want to shift the blame and then point, again, to once again, GMS.
Yep.
And the reason why we're getting on these clowns because he's not even a high priest, man. He's a high priest for Satan. And that's what you really are, man. You're working, on behalf of the spiritual demon Satan, man.
Right.
Because the fact that you could say that GMS, the apostle elder GMS, taught you, that you should abuse your wife, take their money, not take care of your responsibilities, like taking care of your kids. That's off, man. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
GMS, the apostles of GMS never said that. I have never heard them say anything of that nature. Don't take care of your wife. Leave your children. Now, let's put it in proper context. There has been times when the apostle elders and us have said that if your wife gets in between you and this truth and serving Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, then you got to walk away. You got to get away from her because she's inhibiting you from salvation. What do we mean by that? You not being able to push the words of the Lord. You not be able to serve Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. In terms of what's it called? For salvation. Because you have women out there, that are complete demons, that are going to, stop you from being delivered. That's a fact.
Yep.
So if this, woman that you're with is enabling you from salvation, then yeah, it's time to move on. If she brings you to court for child support, then yeah, who cares? Pay the child support money, which is still taking care of your kids.
Right.
And that's it. Because at the end of the day, the scriptures. Wait, you know what? If you don't hate bring that out.
I got that.
If you don't hate your mother, your sister, your wife, which is a sister, right?
Luke 14. Bear with me. Luke chapter 14 in I started verse 25. It says, "And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them," verse 26, "If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and in his own life also, he cannot be my disciple."
There you go. So, in proper context, if the woman that, you were with before you came to the truth starts to, go against everything you're trying to teach her to the point where it's becoming, hazardous to your own very salvation, then yeah, you got to walk away.
Right.
Okay?
If I can get a strong definition.
Yeah.
It says, it's mistral. It goes down the strong definition, says by extension to love less. Love less.
There you go.
That's what it means.
Love less.
Put this ministry before anything else, because anything else will make you hinder if it's not in proper perspective. You putting your mind on and fall after those things will make you fall out of the truth, man.
Yup. So you coming out with with this BS excuse? Oh, apostles taught us to leave our wives and beat our wives and steal from. That's off. That's a lie.
Right.
Okay, you're not qualifying. Okay, at all. You're making shit up.
Right.
All right, and that the whole business of leaving is that if this woman of yours, okay, hinders you from salvation, okay, what does that mean? Okay, you come home from work and she's putting pork on the table for you to eat, and you just told her numerous of fucking times we don't eat pork. That's against the law.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just breaking your shit, trying to busting your tires, calling the police.
Yeah. Exactly.
She's a complete
diva.
I'm not
staying there. I'm leaving. I'm getting the fuck out.
Yeah.
All right.
The fuck out of here.
Man. She's calling the cops on you every other day because you telling her, hey, we gotta, we can't eat pork or what's it called? It's the Sabbath. We can't. Hey, stay your ass home.
Yeah.
All right. And then she's creating all these fucking problems because she wants to do something and you don't want to do what she wants to do. Then you walk away, man. That's all.
Right.
And if the apostles and then the video, this nigga's so wicked. The apostles say if she takes you to court, then so be it. Yeah. You got to pay the child support, then so be it. So he's still taking care of the family. The brother's still taking care of the family. Okay, still taking care of his children. So that was off, man.
Yeah.
All right. And the fact that I'm reading these comments, okay, now it makes sense. The bulk of our people are fucking stupid, bro. Right. Sodist children. Get that. Let me get that. Yeah.
Okay. Can I get this real quick?
Yeah.
Because the apostles, they even brought this out on the street this week. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. But if any man provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he have denied the faith and is worse than an infidel.
Yeah.
So it's not telling you like the scriptures. The apostles, they teach 100% truth, so they teach this a part of the Bible too, man.
Yeah. The scriptures say, okay, love your wife as you love the church, man.
Yeah.
Okay? So we not out here beating our wives, stealing from them. Shit, I'll
She's
tell you.
on crutches.
Yeah. I'm coming home and I'm beating my wife to the hospital. Like, come on, man. I can't take, I'm being transparent here. I can't take nothing from my wife. My wife just got laid off because of Trump's bullshit policy. Yeah. Okay? So I'm taking care of her right now until she gets on her feet. Yeah. I must be a grimy, You're right. I'm just a grimy GMS member, I could have just said, hey, you ain't working? I ain't getting no money from you. No, you can't stay in this house.
Yeah.
Come on, man. All right? But see, this is why we got to get on these, wicked Israelites, because they're deceiving, man. All right? And they're putting stain, on really what you're doing is, man, you're disrespecting the Lord's men that the Lord set up to teach, all right, the children of Israel by doing this. First of all, you don't even agree with this clown in the doctrine, but you're gonna point the finger at us. Right. You're making an excuse. Might as well get now Sirach 32 and 17. Unless you got something.
No, I was gonna. I'll get that.
Yeah.
This book of Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 32 verse. You said 17?
Yeah.
Yep. It says, a sinful man will not be reproved.
Right.
But findeth an excuse according to his will.
Right. So we've seen your behavior pattern. Pattern recognition. All right. The moment, you left GMS, way back in like 2010, 11. All right. You've been, being, sinful and not taking heed to reproof, being reproved. All right, and having an excuse. All right, you started teaching with your hat on. You're not cutting your hair. You still have long hair to this very fucking day, bro. Right. Yep. To this very fucking day. Ooh. All right, apostles and us been told you can't be teaching with long hair. Right. That's against the scriptures. So clearly you ain't listening to us. You ain't listening to GMS. You ain't learning under us. Okay. No one fucking told you, all right, to grab objects or to think about purchasing objects for your behind. Right. GMS don't teach that.
That's crazy work.
Nasty work. Okay. Now you got a fucking title called the Pegasaurus or the Pegasus. You know what I'm saying? Which, that goes to show you that you lack the fruit of the spirit. Yeah. Because you have no temperance. You can't rule. when you go rule yourself, when you go into the word in Galatians, let me bring this out real quickly, because this is the what we were discussing, and Tawada to Elder Itazawan from ATL, because this is something that he was bringing out for our regional camp, the fruit of the Spirit. Okay, this is the fruit of the Spirit, which you and the Genesis fuck boys, all y'all don't have. Okay, Galatians chapter 5 verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love. Okay, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness. Right. Just even when you spoke about Apostle Bar, you went on from saying, this is my teacher, Apostle Bar. Then you called him a nigga. Then you say Gabar. No respect, man. Right. Okay, this is your elder. You said you learned under Apostle Gabar, but you have no respect, man. Okay, doesn't the scriptures talk about how to entreat an elder? Right. Right. Doesn't the scriptures teach that? Double honors. Double honors. Right. Gentleness, goodness, faith. 23, meekness, temperance. Now, when you go into the word temperance, okay, it's in Karatia. All right, let me see how Esau pronounces this.
Strong's G 1466. Ekratia.
Ekratia. Which means what? Self-control. Right. The virtue one who masters his desires and passions, his sensual appetites. Right. You're not able to rule your spirit. Okay. With this whole immoral sexual behavior that came across your mind. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because like at the end of the day, it was your woman that exposed you. Goes to show you that, all right, you Sakari and GMS individuals, all right, y'all simps when it comes to women, all right, and that's not something that GMS teaches, man. We're talking about being when it comes to talking to your woman, you got to be straightforward in a disciplinary manner. Yeah. Like with me and my wife, I run my house like it's a fucking like this military, bro. Yeah. You know, I'm the general. Strict program. It's a strict program. I'm the general, okay? And she's the private. She's just a soldier. That's how it is, man. All right? And things get are put in its proper perspective. That doesn't mean I just go around and just start being a lion in the house. No, but when it's time to put your foot down, you got to put your foot down, because women are the weaker vessel, and they're going to try to push your buttons. Yep. All right? So come on, man. But that's the problem. You lack self-control. You don't have the spirit. You don't have the fruit of the Spirit. Temperance, man. And that's why you had these immoral sexual desires in your skull, man. Yeah. To the point you have to cry on camera. Yeah. And now you're defending this wicked, these two wicked clowns, all right? And they're both wicked because as you expose, see, they make their own tongue fall upon themselves. What did he say? Oh, I've been knew that this was going to come out. Yeah. And that's why the deacon didn't speak up against me, because he knew he basically said he got the receipts on him and what he was doing to his wife. Yeah. And Bishop Hassad, all right, you knew all about this because you right there. So you're all wicked. Okay? Yeah. All three of y'all, you all knew you were doing wicked shit behind the scenes, and this is why the Lord's making sure it comes out. Right. Okay?
Y'all all bad fruit. I had a precept though. Yeah. This book of Jude was one chapter. Verse 16 says, these are murmurers, complainers. Y'all complaining. Mm-hmm. Try to blame the elder apostles. First y'all say, now y'all didn't listen to them according to the doctrine to cut your hair and stop teaching these different doctrines, but now you want to listen to them when they say how to treat a woman. See how you hypocrites, man. And like the elders, like brothers, be doing videos. If that was the case, if the apostles, elders taught us that, why you don't see more videos of brothers' wives going online? Yep. You know, getting the whole group. Oh, surviving GMS. You know, episode 50 on all our wives, because we don't do that, man. Yep. You know, it says these are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts. These are you. It says in their mouth speaketh swelling words, having men's person in admiration because of advantage. But beloved, remember ye the words which are spoken before of the apostles of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach. Verse 18, how that they told you there should be mockers in the last times, who shall walk after their own ungodly lusts. These be they who separate themselves, sensual, having not the spirit. And that's y'all. Separated yourself. Well, y'all got kicked out.
Yep.
Y'all was complete demons. And y'all didn't have the spirit. He says sensual. That's what it was in that temperance. All right. They wasn't sensual. And it says having, let me see what it says. Let me see. In sensuous nature, with its subjection to appetite and passion. All right.
Yep.
Which is of lower or bestial nature. You was natural. You're the natural man. You wasn't like spiritual, man.
Yep. You were moving like a beast.
Right.
Just to have those thoughts in your mind, and then scroll looking to purchase these items.
Crazy work.
All right. And guarantee, we can't prove it, but you engaged in this stuff.
Yeah.
We can't prove it though, but you engaged in this stuff. The fact that you were, looking for these objects.
Yep.
All right. But the point is, you're making an excuse because you're still putting the scriptures say, search out
good for you.
Yeah. That and serve the Lord with fear and trembling.
Oh, work out your own salvation.
Work out your own salvation. The water.
Get
that one. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. That's basic Hebrew Israelite one. When you come into this truth, and once you get the breakdown, you're a Hebrew Israelite. You get the foundation. It's up to you now, all right, to serve the Lord, all right, okay. Working out your own salvation, not pointing the blaming finger, okay. Point. Oh, we were taught this, and again, GMS, the Apostle GMS never said to beat your wives,
right.
To take their money, bro. The fuck?
You wicked.
That's wicked, bro.
You're
like
trying to be a pimp, but
that's a pimp. Yeah. Give me your money.
Yeah.
All right. This is my shit now. No, man.
Right.
All right. But yeah, get that.
This book of Philippians chapter 2, verse 12, it says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling."
See that? Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Okay? Fear and trembling. Excuse me. All right? So at the end of the day, all right, it's on you. All right? You a grown-ass man.
Right.
And then you putting the blame off on GMS for doing wicked shit.
Right.
And GMS didn't teach about no pegging objects.
Right.
That is illicit, immoral behavior. That's the behavior of Babylon.
Right.
When it talks about fornication, hold up.
The Lord gave him over to a reprobate mind.
Yeah. That
Romans 1.
Yep, you got a reprobate mind, bro, because in Revelation chapter 14, this reminded me of this scripture right here. Why does Babylon the Great get judged? Revelation chapter 14, verse 8, "And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city." Right, America's Babylon the Great. And this is John seeing the destruction of Babylon. Because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Now, when you go into this word fornication, all right, that's where you get the word porno from, pornea or porno, right? And it says right here, illicit sexual intercourse, adultery, fornication, homosexuality, lesbian, intercourse with animals, sexual intercourse with close relatives, all right? Sexual intercourse with a divorced man or woman. All right, but the point is illicit sexual intercourse. That's the point. All right, that's a illicit. All right, since you want to use $100 words, what does the illicit mean?
Right.
Forbidden. Okay, unlawful.
Yeah,
all right,
that's some sodomite shit.
That's sodomy, bro. Okay, GMS don't teach that. We don't teach that.
Right.
Okay. All right.
That's why the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah.
Exactly. So that's of the world. That's Babylon shit. You got Babylon, on the mind, bro.
Yeah.
So again, you ain't listening to us at GMS. And again, this is a pattern of behavior. When it started with the hat, it started with what's it called? Respecting order.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had the Passover at the strip club.
Passover at the strip, a solemn assembly, which means what? Serious. The serious assembly. You had strippers, all right, and you at the strip club, and then you said what? Oh, we were wrong. Because remember, they admitted that they were wrong.
Yeah, they repented. But
Yeah, you said you repented, but then look at all this shit, which proves you didn't repent. You got caught, and then you it was all a lie. You were being a hypocrite, man.
Bringing guns to camp.
Yeah, rapping about it. Remember that whack ass rapper, Deacon Hakkad?
Sticks at camp.
He put in his lyrics.
True.
Okay, that he's on something in the line, and he's got a stick. All right, so you rapping about guns like that's of the world.
Yeah.
And that's why the Lord is exposing y'all. Okay, if you don't got it, get 2 Timothy 3:13.
Okay,
And then while you get that, I want to bring out Proverbs chapter 17, verse 15. He that justified the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord.
Yep.
You see that? So you over here justifying their Deacon Hakkad, all right, and Bishop Hassad, because you ain't rebuking him, all right, saying, hey man, you knew all about this. Why didn't you get on him? Okay, it's all about GMS. Which goes to show you all knew you were off. You all knew you were wicked. You know you were doing all wicked shit. Okay? And that's why you weren't rebuking each other. All right, now you're justifying it. Hey, doesn't the scripture say open rebuke is better than secret love?
Yep.
But that's it. You're justifying their wicked deeds.
Yeah.
By pointing the blame to somebody else. But get 2 Timothy 3:13.
This book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 13 says, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Right, these guys have waxed worse and worse because the apostles and elders and us brothers have now been told them that they're going off. All right, according to what the Bible says.
Yep.
All right, you can't be teaching with a hat on. All right, you can't be doing these hip hop videos and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it? Hellcats and
Hebrew and the Hellcat.
Hebrew and the Hellcat. Okay.
Then they was out. You remember that one time they made a video, they got robbed or something?
Yep.
And then they was talking about something they need help with a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Whatever. Come on, man.
Meanwhile, they're robbing their wife or their congregation. Okay, then they're making merchandise of the truth. That's when I knew that they weren't right. When they started making merchandise of the truth.
They got logos
and making a profit. I was like, nah, that's off, man.
Commercials.
This is one thing that shouldn't be monetized is this truth. Okay, right. It should be freely give, freely shall receive. Like the scriptures say, and that from that jump have always steered me wrong because I understand about this money system.
Right.
All right, and that's why I can't wait till the Lord destroys it because it's all based on debt and fraud. Okay, it really is. So when you see, all right, now individuals that claim to be Israelites, all right, using this truth for monetary gain, I was like, nah, man, they moving like Esau.
Yeah,
that's an Esau spirit. Okay, you're not supposed to be making money out of this truth.
Right.
All right, there's plenty of jobs out there, but the thing is that all right, you didn't want to work. You want to live off the congregation.
Yeah.
Okay, and now all right, the money's drying up, and the more shit's gonna be exposed about you clowns. You got another? You got something else?
Real one. It's real quick, Slack. It's Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 1. It says, he that being often reproved harden his neck. And that's you, man. You've been often reproved year after year for decades. All right, but you harden your neck. You become hard-headed, man. Mm-hmm. Now you making videos coming up against apostles again. Now you're trying to call upon a name, man.
Yep.
It says, he that being often reproved harden his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy, man. So a great destruction gonna come to you, false prophets, man.
Yep.
Because even that dude, Deacon Hakkad, you switched up the name, and your baby mom, your wife, your ex-wife, whatever she is, they believed on those names, and the kids believe on those names. So you got blood on your hand, man.
Extreme blood on your hand. All right, and that's how we know the Lord's moving fast on y'all judgment, because once you got rid of the name, change, and said that that's not the true name of the Lord, that's when the Lord, all right, pronounced judgment, and y'all can't see it. Y'all so blind to the point they said that with what was it, Bishop Hassad? We got Brother Hassad. We have to evaluate ourselves and examine, why is this happening? Which goes to show you
evil man understand not
judgment. Like you ain't got no all right, spirit of discernment. Okay, and really what you're trying to do is damage control, because you all been wicked, man. All right, and I wouldn't be surprised that they catch Brother Hassad, all right, doing something that's wicked, even, you know.
Yeah, he's gonna be the worst.
He's gonna be the worst one. They probably, you know, caught him at a fucking a gay club or something.
At a
pride festival. Talking about he's trying to get them to change.
Yeah, trying to prophesy.
Yeah, prophesy the fuck out of here. But you know, we're not saying that's true.
Yeah.
Right now, what are we doing? You know, all right. We're cracking jokes on y'all, man.
Right.
All right.
So you're gonna mock.
We're gonna mock you.
So if they wasn't sufficient to build that house.
Yeah.
They began to mock.
They began to mock. Hey, let's bring that out. They began to mock because, hey, we're mocking you right now. All right.
Luke.
What is it? Began.
See,
is it begun?
Count the cost.
Count the cost. There we go. Count the cost. Let's see.
Count the cost.
Yeah, we got it. Because you got to be on point with this.
Luke 14:28.
Yeah, let's get that. You know, because this is us just mocking.
Oh, we was there. Yeah.
Yep. Luke chapter 14, verse 28. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counted the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish? All right, and that's the thing. All right, you didn't take this truth seriously. You looked at it to make money. That's how it all started with the money.
Yeah.
That's the origin of this whole thing. All right. That's why he had to rap about his Mercedes GMS going against something.
Yeah,
his bullshit lyrics against me with my Mercedes. All right, back to money. This truth. All right. Once you found the Israelite, you're like, how can we make a profit? How can we make money?
Instead of being like, how can I get saved?
Saved, right?
How can I escape from this martial law that these niggas they use so-called conspiracy theory? They see the FEMA getting ready, you know, they got the fucking caskets everywhere. You see this shit, you like, oh, how the fuck I'm gonna escape it? The Lord bringing the truth. Now, you supposed to be like, yo, this is my way out. But y'all niggas like, nah, I'm trying to get money off this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Make some money,
yeah.
Get a Hellcat.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the government, they buying hollow tip bullets, they got bayonets, they got all type of shit ready to come at us.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out you're Israelite, now you're like, nah, fuck that, I'm about to get money off these people.
Yeah, about to get money. All right, yeah. And you see it when you go to Al-Azhar, you know, Guerrilla Hebrews page, and when he did this scoffing, you know, this fucking bullshit, all right, excuse, sorry ass rebuttal, you know, and it's an excuse, you know, a wicked excuse, a sorry ass rebuttal. All these clowns talking about that was a great lesson.
Yeah,
you were right. All right. Bullshit, man. That's how you know the bulk of our people are full of shit.
They through.
All right, and they're going to be caught out there too, following these hirelings, because it's all about the money with them. It goes on and says, Luke chapter 14, verse 28. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counted the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? 29. Less happily after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish, and that behold, it begin to mock him. You see that? Begin to mock.
Yep.
And that's what we're doing, mocking, because the Lord is done with Sakari and Genesis. All right? That he broke that whole shit up. That was set up to show what not to be. All right? It was an example. See, this is what happens when you don't serve the Lord in truth and sincerity. To mock. All right? There we go. To play with. Okay? That's it. All right? To jeer. There you go. And that's what we're doing. We're mocking you, man. All right, we're to the point. All right, just letting you know that the Lord is judging you, and all right, and make it fun, and having fun with it, you know, because y'all been so disrespectful to the apostle elders on down. Y'all lied on us. Y'all said that we were grapists, but yet we taught you. So then why aren't you running around, okay, graping then? Since you say that's what we teach.
Yeah,
see, you're fucking hypocrite. Shut the fuck up, man. That's why the Lord's gonna get you little niggas, man.
Yeah.
Fuck around and find out, man. This is some wild shit, bro.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers, man.
Hypocrites. I had a precept for that Luke.
Yeah.
He says, you build a tower, but you ain't have enough materials to finish.
Yeah.
And that's why you try to you started this, but you ain't considered your latter end. Like, oh, what you doing is not the truth, so it's gonna eventually fall.
Yep.
You ain't have all the pieces. This is Proverbs 24 and verse 27. It says, prepare thy work without, and make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build thine house. So he said, basically said, prepare, get what you have, seeing all, do your measurements, and then build. But y'all didn't do that, man. Y'all just came up, you hit a little bit from the apostle, y'all got offended. Y'all want to do your own thing. Y'all missing tools. Y'all missing hammers. Y'all done got all these different tools. No nails. No nails. And then your whole house fall. And then everybody's laughing at you.
Yeah, man. Hey, the Lord is judging y'all, and y'all can't see it. But they want to still put, say blame us.
Yeah.
It was GMS. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's a sorry excuse.
They stole my cement.
Yeah. So why did you do what you did?
Yeah.
It was them. They have all the tools.
Yeah, they have the tools.
Why didn't you build it? They have it all.
Yeah.
I want to bring out, because also, it goes to show they lack discernment and understanding that, all right, their counsel's coming to naught, because this reminded me of the book of Acts chapter 5, when you had those wicked Sadducees, all right, that got cut when Peter, all right, told them that, I'll get to the point, when Peter told them that, hey, we're going to push the Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, we're going to push the name, we're going to push this truth, all right, and that's who we're obeying. We're not obeying you, okay, you carnal men, because that's what they were carnal, all right, and they did not want the name of Yahushua to be taught, all right, because they didn't want to, his doctrine, all right, to overtake the BS that they were teaching. Okay, so watch. Now I'm going to go to the account where Gamaliel, I believe that's the Pharisee Gamaliel, yeah, where he told those Sadducees, like, hey, don't you touch them, all right, because there was a miracle that happened. They were able to. The angel came and allowed Peter and the apostles to escape the prison, so they can continue teaching the temple. All right. And then at this time, the Sadducees, they were like, oh, we got to put them to death. And that's when the Pharisee Gamaliel came and said, yo, don't touch them. So this is what he said, because this is a great way to end it, unless you want to bring something up.
That was it.
Acts chapter 5, verse 34. Then stood there up one in the council of Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, had in reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space. Right? Don't harm them. Okay. 35. And he said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourself. Right. That's another thing. Why aren't you getting on them? Okay. With this whole doctrine that heathens can be saved.
Yeah.
But no, it's got to be GMS. That's why, you full of shit.
Yeah, you just woke up saying, all right, I'm going to get on your hands.
Yep. Because they kept calling you out. They kept, because, the apostle elders and, us, we calling you out with your pegging, brute beast behavior. Because that's it.
Work.
Yeah, man. The Pegasaurus. 30, that's wild, Bill.
Edomite shit.
And said to them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. You see? 36, for before these days rose up that Theodias, boasting himself to be somebody, and that's sounds like Genesis and Sakari, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all, as many as obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught. So the head was killed, and the rest was scattered. That's why, hey, I believe through the Spirit, the Lord's going to judge y'all. Like, y'all going to end up going to the spiritual world. Yeah. Because, there's nothing left. Y'all been found out to be deceptive, liars, okay, hirelings, all right, schemers, okay, all about the money. It's been found out. Okay, you're into all weird sexual behavior. Yeah. Okay. So come on, man. 37. After this man rose up, Judas of Galilee, in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. Yep. Okay, that's what's coming to y'all. 38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. Now, the time you started to accuse us of all bullshit for over a decade, all right, has GMS crumbled?
Nope.
Has GMS fell? Have we, withered away? No. We've gotten, much stronger through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Right, the house of David.
The house of David. We're flourishing. Okay? You even got believers. Okay, got to bring this account out again.
Bring it out.
Like, we're at the regional in Tampa, and the Lord had it set up that somebody has been watching my personal videos. Like, I know you. You're a Hebrew Israelite. I've been watching your video for 3 years.
Right.
I believe I'm an Israelite. You see? Okay?
Right.
And it was a woman.
Yeah.
Hey. So, I mean, come on.
Praise and fame.
And what did I say? Did I get high-minded? No. All I said was, the water Yahweh B'Shem Shai. That's all I could say. Because it ain't on me.
Right.
This is of the Lord. That's all I could say. Mm-hmm. All right? The water Yahweh B'Shem Shai.
Water Yahweh B'Shem Shai.
That's it. So so you got to really, discern yourself, man. Like, use discernment. Like, my counsel's crumbling. My counsel's through. While GMS, they're flourishing. And they're getting believers. They're getting, more people are actually saying, yeah, these are the men of the Lord.
Right. That's how you know that through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, that this truth with Great Millstone, like we have the truth started by Elder Apostle Great Millstone. Because you doing videos and putting Great Millstone in it just to get views and shit like that, man.
Yep.
Why don't you just do something else? Why don't you do another video? Because you got to come against the elders, because you know that that's envy too, but you know that this truth is growing, man.
Yep.
And y'all getting rebuked, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I think you had another verse on there.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, kind. Let me bring that out.
I think verse 39.
39? Yeah, bring it out. You got it. You can break that down. Continuing on, verse 39.
Read 38 again.
38. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone, for if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. 39. But if it be of the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, ye cannot overthrow it.
Yep.
Lest happily ye be found even to fight against God.
Yeah, so you
oh man,
this counsel is of the Most High. You can't fight against it, man. Are you fighting against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man? I just how them reprobates that our ex-head leaders, when they was leaving, they was made a council. It's like, who's going to be on our side and their side? Elder lawyer side. It was like, man, we going to the elder lawyer.
Yeah,
elder lawyer. And then Jeremiah was like, the Lord is with this council, and you see the Lord was with this council, man.
Because where they at now? They're not teaching.
Yeah, we seen this shit before.
Yeah, man. They fizzled out. More likely, they on drugged out on the street somewhere.
Right.
All right. But because the 2 out of the 3, they were into drugs.
Yeah.
They couldn't kick that habit. That was a heavy demon on them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. Again, you have an excuse for everything. You can't take reproval. You can't take rebuke. All right. And the Lord's showing it. The fact that you're going to blame GMS for the reason why, the behavior that Deacon Hakkad, all right, did. That's off, man.
Yeah.
That was bullshit. That was a bullshit rebuttal. And
you shouldn't even lap them together.
Yeah. All right. You should just got on a deacon saying, that was off. You don't do that. Bring out the scriptures and close it out. If you want, all right, to say, what he was doing was wrong. But no, you're splitting the blame on GMS.
Yeah.
That's nasty work, bro. That's fucking nasty work.
Clown.
That's why the Lord, is exposing y'all, and y'all counsel is through, okay? And again, the Lord's going to get y'all, all right? Just like it said, milk scripture, Ezekiel 9. You won't know where I'm going. Where the
elders?
The elders.
Yeah, 9 and 4.
9 and 4. We can start at there because that's what's coming to y'all, man. Death, bro. You got the death angel. There's a death angel coming. Yep. And I want to be surprised that the Lord, I'm looking at the scenario, what the Lord could do. The Lord will have a disgruntled member from your a former member, a former disgruntled member of Sakari, all right, literally just clip you and take you off this earth.
Yeah.
All right, because that's what I see,
Yep.
because the amount of money you took from him and then changing the doctrine and all this bullshit that came with it, it's only a matter of time.
You deceived them.
Yep.
This book of Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4, it says, And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
And that's GMS.
Yep.
We're the only ones sighing and crying about all the abominations. From what this wicked Edomite is doing. You know, these Edomites starting with the heads, you know, with this the so-called, you know, what they call themselves, the Illuminati, to this government, all the way to you wicked ass Jakes, man, and all this bullshit that you're doing. Especially those are the circumcision that know that they're Israelites. Okay, sighing and crying, you know. All right, and this is us sighing and crying, like, yo, we have to, like, what the fuck, bro? This is wicked.
Crazy. Verse 5, Ezekiel 9 verse 5, it says, and to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man of whom is the mark.
Right, so the death angels are prepared to start slaughtering all you wicked Jakes, man. All right? And there's many ways for y'all to get slaughtered. Okay? The death angels have, all right, have been commanded, all right, to fulfill the Lord's judgment. All right? Because that's who's doing the judgment is the Lord. They just following orders, which you wicked Sakari and Genesis individuals don't do. You don't follow instruction. You don't follow orders. You don't like order. All right? You're a bunch of misfits, man.
Right. Those Sakaris, they wasn't followers of Yahushua anyway.
They
so
weren't.
How did y'all come up with that name?
Yep. They were rebels. They would stab people in the crowds. Then I read one history account on them, how they wanted Israel to fight the Romans, so they would destroy the food supply. Destroy the fucking food supply to force Israel to fight the Romans.
Crazy. That's y'all's coming back.
That's y'all coming back. You know?
It says, continue on, it says, and begin, I read, it says, but come not near any man of whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men, which were before the house.
Right, going to NLT. Yeah.
Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 6, NLT, it says, kill them all, or delete them all. It says, old and young, girls and women, and little children, but do not touch anyone with the mark. Begin right here. At
Real quickly, the word mark in the Hebrew is tawah, which means mark of exemption. Okay, exempt from judgment.
Right. That's not the same mark in Revelation 13. Right.
There's a big difference. That's why the apostles and others have constantly told us to go into words, so you understand the difference, okay, in the word mark. In one context to another context, okay?
Yep. It says, Ezekiel 9 verse 6 says, delete them all, old and young, girls and women, and little children, but do not touch anyone of whom is the mark, or the tawah. Begin right here at the temple. So they begin by killing the 70 leaders. 70
leaders got put to death. All right. So that's why, you know, you Sakari leadership, Genesis leadership. Hey, man, the death angels is at your door, man.
Yep.
All right. And hey, y'all through, man. And y'all waxing worse where instead of apologizing and just, you know, all right, getting your house in order, you're now getting more pride and having excuses. Blaming GMS.
Crazy.
Nasty work.
Through.
So you got anything else to say?
Nah, that's it, bro.
So with that, we want to give all praises and all glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life
for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai's sake.
Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep faith. Keep the faith.
That's
okay,
right.
Keep pushing. Keep fighting. We're almost out of here. All right. Stay prayed up. Pray for the apostle elders. You know, pray for the brotherhoods. All right. For the fuses that are watching, all right, that are sincere, all right, that have been watching us, and you keep pushing, man. You know, stay in your lane. You know, study, and when you pray to the Lord. We're almost out of here, man. All right. The Lord is exposing all these wicked, camps, man. These pseudo Hebrew Israelites, because they ain't right, man.
That's right.
All right, and they got to get their judgment. You know, that's how we know judgment is coming quickly, because this is the time. So with that, shalom.
Shalom.